Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. It is Throwback Thursday and I haven't thrown back very far, but I'm going to use a stitched rectangle die and the heart from the Paper Pumpkins Spring is in the Air dies. Now, these are still current, but they were this one was designed to go with the January Paper Pumpkin kit. The background paper that I'm using is the Frames and Flowers Specialty Designer Series paper. So I've used the die from the set with Lost Lagoon, and I've used the flower from this set with Petal Pink. And these are shimmer gems in the middle, the in color shimmer gems, and on this card I'm going to use the antique pearls. One thing I wanted to demonstrate on this video is the banner. The banner in the card is quite long and I wanted to cut it down. So I'm going to show you right now how I did that. So I've cut it out once and I'm just going to lay it down and I'm going to just move my die, make sure that I'm still lined up where I want it to be. And then I'm just going to use a sticky note to hold it down. I'm going to sandwich it up and I'm going to cut it out. You can use all kinds of dies this way. If you've got a square die and you need a rectangle, you can do the same thing. Just cut it once, then shift the die to where you want it to be, and then you have the piece the size you want, and we've cut off that extra piece at the end. So that's how we did, or I did, the greeting to make the banner die smaller. So what are the pieces that I've got in the card? I've got my basic white card base. I've got a 5 1/4 by 4 in the Frames and Flowers DSP. I've got the second largest stitched rectangle that I've cut out, and then I've run it through the Eyelet 3D embossing folder. Then I've got the heart that I've cut out in Petal Pink, which is the center of the outline of this. The center, you end up with a really, really pretty heart in there. We've got the Lost Lagoon die cut with adhesive backing. And then we've got the flowers, and I've put adhesive dots on the back. So let's just go ahead and build the card. Everything is flat mounted. I was thinking about dimensionalizing it and I thought, well, I think we'll flat mount this one just because of the detail in the eyelet folder. So I'm just going to run adhesive around the edges. Again, it's a 3D folder, so the edges have a tendency to kind of waffle a little bit or ripple a little bit. And I'm just going to pop that down like that. Okay, I'm going to use, you can use adhesive dots, you can use your tape runner. I'm going to use a bit of Tombow glue. This is clear, but you can get the white glue, same thing, just white in the catalog. And it'll be on the adhesives page. There we go. Okay, and then we're just going to carefully pick this up. Pop it down on the card front, a little bit up from the middle, so I've got room for my greeting at the bottom. I'm just going to pop that down, and I'm just going to put a stamp pad or an ink pad just on top of it, just to give it a minute to settle. And then I'm going to take my greeting and put some dimensionals on the back. These are from the edge of one of the dimensional sheets. And that, we'll peel the backing off. And we can pop this down. I'm just going to place it and make sure I'm straight. There we go. Okay. And then we can put our, never put a pattern thing on top of a pattern thing. You'll lose it. We're going to put our little heart wreath down that we've die cut out. I'm just taking the adhesive backing off like that. Okay, and we're just going to place it down inside the heart. It overlaps it a little bit, but it's not too bad. Kind of just adds a little bit of interest. So there we go. And what are we doing next? Oh, we're putting our flowers on. So I'm just going to use my piercing tool again, peel the backing off. I'm putting one down here, and then I'm putting two on the other side. And go from there. And we're just going to overlap that one just a little bit. Here we go. Now we're going to take our antique pearls. I'm just going to use the small ones, and I'm not coloring these in at all. The reason I'm not is the way they pick up color, like the color they are, it's almost like the basic beige, but they've got kind of a pinky green kind of shimmer to them. And I like the way they look on this. So that is essentially our card. Again, we use the Frames and Flowers Designer Series paper. We use the stitched rectangle die, and then I showed you how to cut the greeting down to match the size you want it to be. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.